So moving on to the best side-scrolling beat-em-up bracket, the video game one, and I guess if you aren't a fan, this one should come to no surprise.
Actually, a lot of this is no surprise with the way it turned out.
This one is almost as down the middle as you could expect in terms of who you think would be number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll say at least those top 4.
Mm-hmm.
So Streets of Rage 2, that's number 1, and that was Jim and I's choice.
Not a shock.
Number 2 is TMNT, Turtles in Time.
Which we said would go 1 and 2.
Yeah, which I will say they were only off by a little bit. The Streets of Rage 2 just got that final vote a little bit more, but they were really close. And then Simpsons Arcade was number 3, which is right, once again, really, really close to X-Men Arcade, which got number 4. I knew that one would be a crazy toss-up, and when thinking about like the best arcade beat-em-up game, man, I always go back to those two. And honestly, I think X-Men has a little more variety, but there is something stupid fun about The Simpsons.
Yeah, I mean, Simpsons you get, I could be wrong about this, but I think Simpsons you get more like team-based attacks where X-Men really doesn't have any. So, but X-Men obviously, well, they both look good for their art styles at the time. Simpsons was just goofy looking back then.
Yeah.
And, I mean, honestly, at this point, they both kind of get a little boring, but...
I mean, I still enjoy, like, when we did our drunken
like if I play it, like, once a year, I'm fine with that. But,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
If I play it more than that, then I'm going to be like, okay.
I'll be honest. Beat-em-ups in general...
It's hard to stay, like, interesting.
Yeah. Even Streets of Rage 2, we've played it
No,
now.
perfect. Always fun.
Now, I will say... Now, here's one thing I will say. If you took out the soundtrack from Streets of Rage 2, it would not be anywhere close to as high on this list.
It adds to it.
No, I'm
solid
saying...
gameplay.
Gameplay. I'm saying that is way levels above because of that soundtrack. Like, soundtracks always make games way more memorable and enjoyable. And in that case, that one, I'm sure we'll get to it in a bracket one day, but arguably has the best soundtrack on the Genesis.
Maybe all time?
I'm not willing to say that. I am willing to say the Genesis.
All time.
So then number 5 was Golden Axe, which...
A little higher than I think, actually.
Yeah, this was a lot higher than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, I like Golden Axe, but okay.
Yeah. Then Double Dragon, which completely understandable.
Yeah.
Batman Returns on Super NES.
It's a really good one.
Yeah, for those of you who might have wondered why I chose this over some of the other... This is just the one I remember the most as a kid.
No, I would say that's the best Batman beat 'em up.
Yeah. 8 is Comic Zone, which anyone who plays it knows how good of a game it is and how hard it is.
Fuck.
But I feel like not a lot of people know about it, but it's number 8, and it was number 8 by a pretty wide margin, so I'm kind of shocked with that one. So I guess we had a lot more hardcore fans who've played everything.
Maybe.
I don't know. And then number 9 is Final Fight.
Well, to go back to Comic Zone, it is on like every single Genesis collection.
True, yeah.
So, I mean, it's out there. It's not like a hidden gem or anything, but...
Yeah. But, yeah, Final Fight being at number 9, that I expect it to be more where Golden Axe or Double Dragon is.
Yeah, I thought that would be higher.
Yeah, that shocks me. And then 10 is Alien vs. Predator, which after playing it recently, I may actually enjoy playing that more than Simpsons and X-Men, only because I didn't play it that much or almost at all as a kid.
It's more involved,
too. It's new to me.
Yeah.
So, but that's another great one. Damn Splatterhouse made it at number 11.
That was my number 2.
Yeah, that... I had to put that in there, and I was just like...
It should be that.
Yeah. So... Everything else...
Altered Beast is actually up a lot higher than I expected.
Yeah, Altered Beast being number 12. I think we've reviewed it, but that game gets remembered a lot more fondly than I think it actually plays.
Probably.
It's a good game.
But then again, a lot of people shit on it, too.
See, I didn't think... Maybe I think most people will end up shitting on it because they get the same impression I do when some people talk about Altered Beast.
It's flawed.
Yeah, it's very flawed.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm shocked it went that high. Oh, and the bottom 5. 32 is Shank, which probably because nobody played it.
I didn't.
I've played it, and it's fun, but it's... Unless you really know about indie games, you're not going to have played it. Number 31, Bad Dudes, which is a terrible game, which should have been the last, but only because nobody knew Shank. That's why it made it there.
Should have had Rival Terrapon there.
God damn it, Jim. Number 30 is Charlie Murder, which
Probably not a lot of people
that's
played.
a sin because
It's good.
That is my favorite modern beat 'em up, and I've said this. We've talked about it multiple times. 29 is a game I haven't played yet, and I really want to, but it's that Ninja Baseball Batman.
That one does look fun. I never played it either.
Just looks over the top, goofy, and something we'd really enjoy. So we're gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
And then 28 is Renegade, which, I think that's an appropriate spot for it.
Yeah.
But was there anything
Right,
else?
you didn't put a black belt on the Master System on here. Ow! What?
Was there anything else that surprised you, or?
I would think either River City Ransom or like Beautiful Joe would have been up higher.
Beautiful Joe at 19. That's another one, though. I feel like not as many people played. Like the ones that do play it,
It was a big hit in
but
its
people
generation.
absolutely
It's forgotten
love
about.
it. It's either you played it and absolutely love it, or you've never played it and probably never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know a lot of people who hated it who actually played it. River City Ransom, that's another one that I feel.
It's one like NES nerds talk about a lot.
Yeah, it gets overhyped. It's fun and it did a lot of interesting things, but it's overhyped.
Yeah.
And Jim, your favorite Spider-Man Maximum Carnage?
I mean, it's fun.
No, it's just a matter of how hard it is, how much you bitched about it.
It is hard.
So,
And separation anxiety is worse, too.
so this one got almost 2,600 votes, which is, like I said,
5 away.
that's pretty damn close to what we would have expected for a bracket like this. It was really tough. I almost made this a bracket of 64 entries, but I really wanted to limit it to one game per series and all these other things. So
It could have easily been a 64 bracket.
it could have, but then it would have been Street Rage 1, 2, and 3, all the TMNTs, so it would have been a lot of duplicates, and I feel like
Black Belt would have been on there.
Yeah, and it probably would have been
It would have been low.
right next to Bad Dudes.
It would have been one of the ones no one played.
Yeah. So thank you guys for voting on this one as well. It's always fun. I think the video game ones tend to bring out more.
Except for this past week, because it got friggin' equal, basically.
Yeah. So, we're obviously going to keep going with this. And if there's any entries you ever think we left off or something, message us. Let us know.